Hey guys, it's JJ. Hope you're all doing well. So, if you guys have been following me for a while or watching my videos on YouTube or followed me on Instagram or Twitter, you guys know that I have been working very hard along with my friend Bryce on developing what we now know as the Dividend Tracker. I'm super excited to announce that the launch has officially happened. We are still technically in a beta launch because we are constantly making updates to the Dividend Tracker with the ton amount of feedback that we're getting from our daily users. I first have to say to all of our current active users, guys, thank you all so much for trusting us. I love the feedback we are receiving from you guys. It's been amazing to hear the stuff that you guys are saying about the Dividend Tracker and that you guys are loving it so much. It really does help me, I guess, think about all the work we've put into this to really build a product for someone like you guys who utilize this, and we're trying to give as much value to our users as possible. So a lot of you have been messaging me, leaving comments, wanting me to do a quick video of kind of an overview of the Dividend Tracker, what it has to offer, and what we plan on giving in the future. So I figured what best way to do this than just make a video here on YouTube and kind of showcase my portfolio or one of my portfolios and look at the things that we've built on the Dividend Tracker and some things that are up and coming and hopefully going to be launching soon. Again, if you guys want to test out the Dividend Tracker, we do have a free version. We have a premium version as well. I'll talk about the differences in today's video. There will be a link down below in the description, also a pinned comment as well if you guys want to sign up and give the Dividend Tracker a try. So for the pricing of the premium version of the Dividend Tracker, it's $9.99 per month, or it's $99 for a year membership. That means you get 2 free months whenever you sign up annually. So this is the home screen here of the Dividend Tracker. And this is kind of where all your portfolios are added up together and you get your total dividend yield, yield on cost, your monthly income, and also your annual income. Right now, I only have one portfolio in here. That's the M1 Finance portfolio for you guys on the Dividend Freedom channel. You guys follow that journey along there. And then if you scroll down here, you can see all your holdings for each portfolio. And then, John Deere, I got Dick's Sporting Goods, Hershey's. And then there's, the typical table you see, your amount of shares you own, the price, change, profit and loss, and yield on cost. And then also we have the a dividend grade here, which I'll get into more in a second, but that lists the dividend grade, which basically is showing you a score of how safe that dividend yield is, or that dividend, is for that company. And if you scroll down a little bit more on the dashboard, you can see there is a sector diversification, that there's an actual tab for that. We can get into that in a second as well. And then there's also a goals tab here that says coming soon. So real quick for the goals, what our plans are for this is goals are important in life. I make goals. I make goals for income. I make goals for getting ahead with my business. I make goals personally for my health and everything. So I wanted to create something and have something on the Dividend Tracker for everyone to utilize for setting goals for dividend income. So if you have a goal to make $100 a month in dividend income, you'll be able to come down here and make that goal. There'll be different goals you can make. You can share it on Instagram, or if you're a creator, you can share these goals of how close you are. And then every time you add another position or add shares to an existing position, this goal is going to get updated. And we're currently working on this right now, and I'm super excited to have this feature out and kind of see it grow as within the process. So something else I do want to mention, so I said we were looking at my M1 Finance portfolio. If you want to add a portfolio, you just simply click add a portfolio. You can name it, and then right now we only currently have the manual portfolio available. Right now it says coming spring of 2022. We're hoping that's going to be a lot faster than that, but we will have an automatic portfolio feature where you'll be able to link all of your brokerage accounts to the Dividend Tracker, so that when you're buying stocks within that, so let's say you have a Robinhood portfolio, when you go and purchase a stock in Robinhood, that's automatically going to get updated on the Dividend Tracker. Now, unfortunately, this is super expensive for us to purchase and use and utilize, so it is only going to be available to the premium members, just because, it costs us a lot of money to do this. So that will be a premium feature and will hopefully be coming out here very soon. So now back to the portfolio dashboard. Again, it shows dividend yield, and usually anywhere in the site that someone may have a question about something, we've tried to put these little text blurbs in here. So if you just hover your mouse over certain things, it'll give you a quick explanation, like annual income is the total projected income to be earned from dividends for this year. Pretty concise and simple to understand. Now, one thing within the actual current holdings is you can get a better idea of what these stocks look like as a company. So for an example here, I can go look at Johnson & Johnson. You just simply click the Johnson & Johnson logo here, and this takes you to our stock detail page where you will get all the information you need on whatever stock you're looking to add to your portfolio. Now, some of this is available only to premium members, but also some of this information is available to free members as well. It just depends on which membership you're using. So you can see here we got a chart. We have, typical details for stocks, market cap, shares owned, PE ratio, current ratio. There's a bunch of different metrics. It shows different graphs here for dividend growth. You can see how the company's been performing over the past 10 years and if they've been growing their dividend or not. Same thing with revenue, how revenue growth has been over the past 10 years or so, and just more dividend info and stuff on the stock detail page. Something we just added as feedback from our users, a lot of people wanted a watch list on here, so crazy the stuff you just don't think about when you're trying to put something like this together. So we just added this add to watch list feature. So if you click add to watch list, now Johnson & Johnson is on my watch list here that I can see in this tab. I can just quickly add to watch list, and now all of your stocks on your watch list can be found here. And the same thing, if you click to that takes you to that stock detail page where you can get more information. Now, one of the things I did mention earlier is the dividend grade, and I may be biased here, but this is one of the, I think, my favorite features on the dividend tracker. So like I said, the dividend grade is basically showing you a score from 0 to 100. The more closer to 100 the dividend grade is, the more likely that dividend is safe with that company, meaning you're most likely may not going to see any potential cuts, and they're also, we're taking into account dividend growth and that dividend growing over time. So what we can do here, and again, this is a premium feature. This is not with the free version. You can do a view detailed breakdown. So this shows you some of the metrics and some of the things we're looking at to come up with this dividend grade. So we look at dividend payout ratio, the free cash flow payout ratio. We'll do some explanations if you guys aren't aware of what exactly these metrics are and what they mean. You can read this down here. We do net debt to capital ratio, a net debt to EBITDA. We do a dividend yield, a dividend growth rate, earnings per share growth trend, and a current ratio. So again, these are some of the major metrics we look at to come up with the dividend grade and to get this score for you to show you really how safe that dividend is for that company. So that's a quick look at the dashboard, a quick look at the stock detail page. We also have a ticker search up here. So if I want to search a company, let's say Apple, for example, I can just type it in here, click, and then this takes you directly to the stock detail page where I can add it to my watch list if I want to. I can do some research, look at different metrics, how the revenue's been, dividend growth over time, what the dividend grade is for Apple, so on and so forth. And then again, you can click to your watch list and now it's added there. So those are some of the main, home features of the dividend tracker. Now let's move on to some extra stuff. So Payout Calendar. This is, we actually just made this available to our free users. Again, guys, we're trying to give as much value to everyone out there as we can. We want this to be something that everyone can use. And like I said, really just give as much value to all of our users as we can. So this is another cool feature. It is the Payout Calendar, and you can divide it up by different portfolios or look at your overall portfolios. So it shows you your upcoming dividends for the next year. You can see different tables, December, what your payouts are going to be in January, February, March, so on and so forth. And then this also gets updated real time. So as you're adding new shares and increasing that dividend income, this payout calendar is going to get updated as well. And there's also a table that you can see when these expected dividend payouts are going to be also. So it's just another way to look at when your dividend income's coming in and what's to be expected. So now moving on to the diversification tab. And again, that was in your dashboard down here below where you can see the different sectors that make up your portfolio: miscellaneous, industrials, healthcare, real estate, consumer staples, etc. To get a more detailed, you can either click on this tab right here or you can click over here on the diversification tab, and it gives you a notification here. And again, guys, all of this stuff is still, we're still updating, we're still advancing, and the dividend tracker is going to be continuously growing over time. But it gives you a notification on if your portfolio looks, fairly well diversified, semi-diversified, or poorly diversified. And it gives you a notification here. Different sectors you can look at in your percentages, industries, holding breakdowns, how much of a percentage you're owning in owning in each different gosh, I can't talk right now. Your different percentages that you own in each position gives you a tabulated breakdown, gives you a dividend income breakdown of what that looks like. And then again, there is a tabulated breakdown that you can look at the different percentages of each portfolio and what makes up the percentage of each stock you own in that overall portfolio. So another cool feature here is the calculators. Again, something we're still working on here. Right now, we have one fully functioning calculator, which is the income goals. So for an example, let's say, like with the M1 Finance, I'm really wanting to try and earn $1,000 a month from dividends. So let's say I want to earn $12,000 on an annual income basis. And then you can add some tickers here. For example, let's add Johnson & Johnson. And then we can add, let's see here. I'll add a QYLD. And then we'll add, what can we add here? We'll add Realty Income, a big popular one here on Dividend Tracker. So what this does is this tells you, this breaks it up and divides them in an even percentage, and it tells you how much you actually need to invest in order to earn that annual income goal, which mine was $12,000 per year. So I would need around $91,000 in O, $33,000 in QYLD, and then $150 in Johnson & Johnson. Now you can, break this down to on just a per position basis. So if I want to earn $12,000 from QYLD, with that being a higher yield, I'll click calculate. And I need roughly $99,000 in order to earn that $12,000 in dividend income every single year. Man, that'd be nice. An extra $12,000. Let's get that, baby. So the next one here, which we're still working on, is the future value. So basically what this is going to do is this is going to project what your portfolio and dividend income is going to look like over a certain amount of period in the future. So you can see, based on different metrics, you can add yourself and customize about how much money you're going to put into your portfolio, what the percentage return you're expecting to get over the next few years, and that's going to generate what the future portfolio value and dividend income is going to look like in the future basis, out to 2030, 2025, what it's going to look like next year, so on and so forth. So a cool another feature of the Dividend Tracker. So another one here is the Ideas tab. So first one we have, and we're going to be adding more to this list, but the first one we have is the most popular. So out of all of the users on the Dividend Tracker, these are the most popular stocks that are in their portfolios. The first one being Apple. Realty Income comes in second. That's why I said one of the most popular ones on for users on Dividend Tracker. And as you can kind of see, it gives the top 50 most common tickers held in all of these users' portfolios. Then we have the Dividend Kings list, which this is Dividend Kings, if you guys are unaware, is basically a company who has consistently increased their dividend every single year for 50 years or more. So it gives you, some more ideas of stocks to look into, of, what you may want to add to your portfolio. And then same thing for the Dividend Aristocrats. Instead of it being a 50-year consecutive dividend increase, it only needs to be 25 years for the company to be a Dividend Aristocrat. And you can go through here and just get some real new ideas of starting to do some research on companies you may want to look into. And again, you can organize them by dividend yield, so see your highest yielding ones versus your lowest. You can do the same thing with dividend grade, see which has the best dividend grade, and so on and so forth. So the next tab is the news tab, and this is I actually love this feature, and we've been getting a lot of cool feedback from the users saying that they love this because it's a simple, concise place to go find news on the holdings in your portfolio. So Hershey, Deere, Johnson & Johnson, all of these stocks I own in my M1 Finance portfolio. So if any new news pops up, it's going to pop up on this tab, and I can come here and simply just look at, different articles and things I want to look into. So here are some of our other features we're currently working on and trying to get out as soon as possible. Something else I do want to mention is we are also working on a referral program. We're going to have an in-house referral program that you guys can share with your audience, family members, friends, where we're going to pay you if you guys send people to the Dividend Tracker to use it. You get paid based on a lead if they sign up for a premium version. Right now, I believe it's probably going to be $25 a person you have come over as and they sign up for a paid membership. So we're working on that, and that should be out hopefully next week. And then it'll just, it's a way for the Dividend Tracker to grow, but also to give back to the Dividend Tracker users and as like a thank you for sharing our name and helping us grow this software and this company. So some of these other features, the screener feature is one we're again working on as of right now, and I'm very, very excited for this. The screener feature will be part of the premium membership, but this is going to be basically for you to find new stocks to add to your portfolio. So when you're doing research, you can come to this screener tab and you can look, if you have certain metrics, like for me, example, I like looking at net margin, PEs, the dividend grade. I like searching for dividend yields and all these different metrics you can put into the screener, and then it's going to give you a list of stocks that meet your criteria, your custom-made criteria. We're also going to have a feature in the screener tab that has like a base set criteria. So if you may not be sure about some of the metrics, we're going to have a base set criteria that kind of shows you generally what is a good number for each of these to follow. That way, if you're not really sure about a certain metric, you can see like what maybe the recommended value is based on Wall Street and, you know, just the basic fundamentals of a company. And then you can use that number to kind of utilize, or maybe if you want to go up a little more or down a little more in that metric value, then you can do that and find those companies that meet that certain criteria. Again, we already kind of talked about the goals tab. This one I'm super excited for. It is going to probably be the longest for us to get set up and actually release out to our users, but it's the community tab. So kind of our thought process with the community tab is we're going to have a built-in like social media platform on the Dividend Tracker. So all of our users can come in, they can ask questions, they can leave posts, they can say, hey, look, I'm 20% closer to my income dividend goal, or I just added Johnson & Johnson to the dividend portfolio, and you can share stuff to the community tab. You can make posts on earnings calls. If there's an earnings call going on, you know, there can be a conversation going on the community tab about Johnson & Johnson's earnings call, or, you know, Apple's earnings call, or if there's some major news that came out in the market, everyone can go to this community tab and start talking and having conversations and make posts. And it's, like I said, it's going to be its own little social media platform inside of the Dividend Tracker. Think of Twitter / a little bit of Reddit mixed in together, and that's what we're going to have on the Dividend Tracker. It's going to take us a bit more time to build that out, but we're super excited to have that feature for you guys. And whenever we have it launched, I'll be in there talking, giving my thoughts myself. And then these are kind of just your basic, billing settings, contact us, feedback, log out, etc. So guys, that again, those may be a little longer of a video, and I couldn't touch on everything as in particular as I wanted to. Obviously, once you get into the actual software and you start utilizing it yourself, you can get a better understanding of it and using it as an actual user. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm super happy with how this turned out. Again, we are constantly updating this thing and making it better as we get more feedback, and I'm super excited about to see where the Dividend Tracker goes. Again, thank you to all the current users who left your trust in me, and the feedback I'm getting from you guys is exceptional, and it makes me feel so good that this hard work that Bryce and I have put into this is really giving you guys value, and you're really enjoying the product. So we love hearing that. Again, so many updates coming to the Dividend Tracker. If you guys are interested in signing up for a free user or a premium user spot, there is a link down below in the description. You can sign up. If you sign up annually, you do get the 2 free months of the Dividend Tracker, and you'll also be locked into that price. We will never raise prices on you as long as you are a user and stay a user on the Dividend Tracker. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this was a longer one. I wanted to try and get as much detail as in, but I also wanted to keep it short as well. If you guys have any questions about the Dividend Tracker, leave them in the comment section. Would be more than happy to answer them. And again, if you guys want to sign up, there's a link down below in the description. But until the next video, guys, you all take care.